Hello everyone. Good afternoon as we finally begin the first season of the Singapore Esports League. I'd like to welcome everyone in the chat. And don't forget to share this with your friends, share this with your family, share this with everyone who wants to be part of building the Singapore Esports scene. And of course, don't forget, if you stay long enough, you guys might get lucky enough to win these Steam credits, even if you're not really a fan of Dota 2. But here we are, our first match of the game. A for Apple versus Team SR on the Dire side. Right, so there we go, already as it is, if you guys are not sure what the Singapore Esports League is, it's going to be the seasonal league, which stretches on for a few months. Basically following the Barclays Premier League system instead of your usual tournaments, as we try to create that self-sustainable ecosystem which allows players to pretty much thrive and develop in our scene. I mean, let's face it, Singaporeans have never faced any problem in making it to the top. But remaining on top has always been the hardest part, as the famous Captain Kuroki of last year's TI has said before. So alright, Team A for Apple opening up with the Shadow Shaman pick, and it looks, we'll see like counter Warlock pick coming up. Supports which we haven't really seen. Right, so poof. Let's see what else do you want to go with. I'm actually quite surprised that they decided to take out the Broodmother pick. Also, quick bit of information for you guys. It is going to be Broodmother. Yeah, this series is a best of one. Okay, so it's gonna be best of ones throughout. And don't forget, also we will be seeing other games. We have dudes on Dots versus Impunity after this. We have TSB +4 versus Meow Meow. And of course, our last game, which will arguably is the most hyped game of the Singapore Esports League, if you guys do follow the competitive scene, which is Team Resurgence and their new Dota 2 squad versus the Blue Cosmos. And Resurgence, if you guys know who Miracle is, the Naga God, our own Singaporean local grown talent, well, there we are. And that's going to be him and his teammates from First Departure, of course, with the addition of a new talent, Mr. 2D, Mr. Yao and Tio. Right, so there we go, guys, and now back into the game. We can see the Clockwork Pause 4 come out, and this is something which we haven't really seen in a while. So like I said, guys, welcome again, once again, to all of you who are just starting to join us on this channel. Do remember to share this with your friends. You can always find us on the SGP Esports on Facebook. You can find us on Twitch as well, and on the website sgpesports.com. So enough of the sellout. Looks like both teams going for pretty much fusing up the first phase of the picks. We're gonna get your nice supports up.
10 seconds.
You're gonna see the Train Protector, the Shadow Shaman, very strong lanes. Nice to, a little fun fact as well for Radio Type Mr. Team 8. That's where Trent and Shadow Shaman actually dish out some of the hardest base damage out as support heroes. Train Protector and Shadow Shaman, who hits harder? We'll see later on. Haven't seen a gyro ban in a very long time, especially after the most recent TI qualifiers. And that's a pick which has kind of fallen off ever since they changed the talent, and not to mention it hurts as well with the nerf with that base damage. Of course, we've seen a couple of nerfs to him in there, but of course, you guys in the chat who don't, if you guys hate playing against Tinker, or you know a Tinker spammer, well, fuck. That hero as the counter is out the window now. We tend to see a ton of Zeus now. Just since his base damage got buffed, cast range got buffed. What else is there? Large ban. Pretty interesting. And also, the fun fact for you guys, if you are potential competitors who have this dream of becoming that next Singaporean professional Dota 2 player, well, the Singapore Esports League aims to be that platform for you guys. Test your skills, grow as players, even if it's something you want to play with friends. So, alright, so the Shadow Fiend pick coming up with the Clockwork, we're going to see that nice little bit of abuse where he gets the nice to the cogs, gets souls as well. See if they can get the max out. But that's where Necromastery was kind of nerfed just a tiny bit, so that we don't see the abuse as much. Right, so what else? I mean, the Shadow Fiend being picked up so early on, something you don't usually see, but hey, maybe this is them saying, hey, we don't really care. We're just gonna go with what we are comfortable with. I love BO1s. I mean, so, just having the format the way this works in best of ones, it doesn't necessarily mean that the stronger teams will always win. So, especially when you look at the Invoker pick like that, I'm like, wow. I mean, we see a bit of changes to the meta deck. I mean, your pubs, Invoker doesn't really go for Midas as much anymore. You just go for your Treads, your Aquila, Mr. Sumiya build over here. I mean, I have casted enough at these local lands in Singapore to know that some of these players, at least in Team 8s, they're no strangers to the competitive scene. That is for sure. So, I mean, we should see a very nice matchup, especially since you're talking about at least players in the mortal bracket, like between the Invoker and the Shadow Fiend. This will be a very fun game to watch. It's always good to see as well, like Shaman has great setup, Shackle, Sunstrike for the Trim Protector combo, lots of wombos, lots of team fight. Looking forward to see some huge team fights, to see what dire side can they give Team 8 a run for their money. Alright, so guys, after every game there will be that tiny bit of a way for you guys to stand a chance of winning some of these Steam credits. The pick comes out as well. What else goes well? I'm surprised no one's thinking of banning out the Beastmaster just. Love that hero, love that hero. But so far it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? I mean, Dota's so quick pace now. We should be very glad that we don't see those 1 hour games as much as we used to, the Chinese style of Dota, and not to mention with our Singaporean local talent. These guys, let's just hope they go all in. I want to see them go that very aggressive kind of Dota. The kind where we'll see lots of kills, maybe even average of 2 a minute. Something which isn't too slow for you guys. Right, so for those of you guys, yes, thank you. I can see you guys spamming away in the chat. So I'm once again, hello to all of you. Of course, shout out to our host, Mr. Lorek, a wonderful host. Lots of familiar names already. So our Singaporean community who says esports is not a growing market. A time ago, you guys would have been thinking, nah, it's not gonna make it. But now you know. You see esports be considered as a sport in the Olympics. We'll get there. We'll get there. I dream the dream. A nice little vision that our little red dot uses some of the best talent. That's for sure. I mean, I even see some names from the PUBG scene in here. Nice support, nice support. So don't forget, guys. And yes, for those of you who are just starting to join us in the channel on either Facebook or Twitch, and that's where you guys, don't forget, our last game of the day, we will feature some of arguably, I would say some of the most famous names that Singapore has to provide, which is Miracle Stack on the new Resurgence Dota 2 squad. And of course, we have some of our local talent as well from TSB Plus 4, which is the series before Resurgence plays. And yes, so you guys do not want to miss that. Lots of storylines here. And which player will live up to the expectations in our Singapore Esports League, we shall have to see. And of course, this hasn't really been announced completely just yet, but we do intend to have a Season 2 coming up, which will include divisions, which means will qualify for the professional standard and who will remain in the casuals. Now, this is something which is not just for just try-hard players. This is for the casuals as well. If you guys want just to see how it's like, just give it a tiny bit of a taste, a bit of a try, just to see if you guys are good enough to make it on that immortal stage. Rank is just, that badge. It's just an illusion, man. If you guys believe you can be up there, the greats, go ahead, give it that shot. Alright. So, okay, now back to the draft. The Faceless Void and the Phoenix, great wombo combo. Trim Protector, Overgrowth into a nice Chrono, even with follow up with the Egg as well. The dire side has to be quite scary. They don't exactly have that one tanky frontline. I actually do fear for them. They're so super squishy, you know, super duper squishy.
Choose your hero.
Right, so the Bat Rider comes out very. Okay, this is an interesting thing, because not to mention some of these teams, I dare say that they don't exactly, they don't exactly know too much about each other. This isn't one of those, even in the professional scene, where you can study teams straight off their Dota buff. I mean, maybe you can to a certain extent, pub habits, patterns, all that. But alright, we're gonna see an off lane Phoenix, the safe lane faces Void. Haven't seen a Bat Rider in a while. I am looking forward to see more of this here. But let's see, and of course, over the span of these few weeks, we will see the Singapore Esports Leagues, how all these teams will develop their own playstyle. We can show the world the Singapore meta, and who knows, maybe it might even catch on. And yes, it is a best of one. No, this is not the kind of tournament which ends in a week and in a couple of days. We're going by the Barclays Premier League format, something which is, yeah, it's basically a round robin. So every team will have to play against each other, and of course only the top few teams will proceed on and being seeded into Division 1. Alright, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen, our first game officially of the Season 1 of the Singapore Esports League. There we go.
Prepare for battle.
Bug. I think I have a bug. What's happening here? Hello. So there we go. So just gonna quickly use the team, right? So you have Happy Bunny on the Radiant playing on the Shadow Shaman. Faces Void by Mr. If We Hold On Together. Wormy Invoker. Mr. Carry 4896 playing in the Treant Protector, so he's actually the real carry. See? Jackaloo on the Phoenix on the Dire side. The Team SR Aeronymous on the Phantom Lancer. SRX on the Warlock. You're gonna have Lego Lord on the Clockwork. Enough of Dreams on the Shadow Fiend. Last but not least, Mr. Oteet Badonk Beast Mode on the Bat Rider. There's that Clock Shadow Fiend abuse I was talking about. Get those souls nice and early. It's a bit of a pause, don't worry. Love these chat lines. Look, anyone here at the level 1000 compendium? No, maybe they slowly add them up. You should be able to share chat lines. That's usually the dream, isn't it? Mr. Lakat Madatak, normally not. Wormy Invoker, man. I don't know, some of you guys are like hyping them up, saying that yes, we want to see Wormy Invoker. Some of you guys called it. I don't know, see? Let's do a bit of stalking very quickly, yeah? Not even in the featured heroes? Is just a Smurf? Are we getting debated here? And yes, we will not be pausing for an infinite amount of time. How many of you guys are in here just with Steam credits? I wish I could be lurking there as well. Want to get those Steam credits for the Battle Pass levels. $10 gets you like what? 10, 15 levels maybe? About there? Enough for Immortal Chess. Not even sure if you guys are trolling me, saying that Wormy Invoker is like what, the best Invoker. It's the Frozen the chat. And like I said, the Singapore Esports League looks to promote all that local talent as well out there for you guys. If you guys are aspiring streamers, don't forget it. This does not apply to just only the players, managers, coaches, analysts, graphic designers, production. We look to present these opportunities for you aspiring esports enthusiasts out there, so that one day, showing that, hey, this is another way of life. This is something for us. Yes. One of the good things about this league is that it's actually in time for us to develop our Team Singapore. Not to mention, since WESG in Southeast Asia just came up, would be pretty sick to see that all-star team. Who knows, maybe Team Resurgence might end up becoming the Singapore representatives for WESG. But then again, it could be any of the 10 teams registered in the Singapore Esports League. So our last player, he's just reconnecting. Badunk, he's back, he's back, he's back, he's back. Alright.
Bless your soul.
See, did he get the souls? Does he mess up over here? Oh, his support isn't going to help him. Usually for optimum amount of souls, you kind of want to get like one support who helps you right click. Since the clock does take care of the souls of the cogs, one hit. Just going to keep holding it for as long as he can. But he does get the 4 souls. You know, that's not too bad. The starting items as well. We're having some time. And yes, good luck, have fun to all this. It's not about... You know, it's not about always about winning. Sometimes having good loss is such a beneficial learning opportunity. Hey, I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you want to get better just to win a tournament. Sometimes you want to be just a better player, a better person. Alright, so there we go, and the first bounty runes coming up. They're actually gonna leave the bottom one alone. Is it actually possible that Team AIDS gets 3 bounty runes? Aranima is gonna walk up, gonna bump his way into Jackaloo. Oh no, you don't want to steal that too early. Gets a couple of hits from the Treant. Huge bash, and that's basically a quarter of his life gone. More than that, a third. Almost down to half HP. SRX on the Warlock will heal him back up. So doing okay. Pant is that one super annoying hero which you just don't like playing into sometimes. Imagine if he had started off a stout shield as well. And this is where you always see that, you know, nice bit of a debate on which is better. Tri lanes or dual lanes. Opportunity cost. Nice and efficient Dota. SF, already a level 2, has the advantage over the Invoker. So Mr. Enough of Dreams, he wants to make this first win a reality, as you can see. 2 in it because of the cogs damage given to him. Having a very good start. Bat Rider, you know, he's doing okay. Wow, that's a lot of mangoes. What the hell? That's a whole new strat which I'm seeing up there. Treant going back into the tree. I don't know, it feels like this guy is a Sing Sing fanboy because I have not seen this many mangoes in a Bat Rider since the Sing Sing days. Good old days when he played Dota 2. On top, you know, Jack, he's having a good start just because the wave is so pushed out. Treant just stalking Aranimus like the creepy Stalker X. Further ahead, will this SF continue to pull 6 and 10 to the 4-3 on the Invoker? But it's all about the waiting game, isn't it? Not much action for now. I mean, the easy camp was blocked as well, which means we will not see any pulse. SRX, it's gonna play the gamble. Oh, it's right outside! This is that one guy who should not be betting on the World Cup, that's for sure. You know, like Korea versus Germany, this is probably the guy who bet on Germany. Korea just got away. So that's gonna be a huge investment not going his way. Feels bad, man. And a battery assault will just burn away a bit of HP. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Happy Bunny will get that first blood onto OTD. Badabunk. And once again, yes, thank you to all of you amazing friends out there who are supporting the Singapore Esports League. All your support is appreciated. And thank you for the host as well, as we look to try and make this dream a reality as well. So yes, I mean, back to the format, this best of one thing. I mean, in best of ones, as I was about to say just now, anything can happen. And even in the professional level, you know, the strongest teams always fear best of one. It's a very high likelihood of getting cheesed as well, which is why we saw a good mother ban. And of course, Mr. 496 waiting in the trees, just being as annoying as he can. But I feel really scared this Trident, they're just gonna lose out in terms of levels overall. 3, slowly catching up. This lane could be going a bit better. These hits onto the wall, onto the PL. Back to the middle, seeing a casual cold snap. Invoker's still quite far behind the SF as he's almost double the CS of the Wormy Invoker. You guys were hyping him up, giving me the face. I mean the false hype, weren't you guys?
No.
Ironimus quite low, down to 100 HP. And because now that the Shaman is level 3, could be thinking about going to the Bat Rider. I mean, the 5-man go strat, they do get the Hex and the time dilation as well. They have the Shackle. Do they have enough damage? I don't think so. He's going to turn around for the Firefly. Alright, what is this? He's going to keep burning them down, but looks like he may just end up going down instead. One more right click. Meanwhile, Aranima is getting a kill on the top, and they will get the trade. A nice 1-for-1 across the map. So, even laning phase for now. Wormy is the Singapore Sumia. Are you for real now? So he's gonna catch up. See, he needs to give the SF a bigger advantage so that he can start to show his skills later on, eh? Alright, alright. Now the 5-minute runes are coming up. It's to carry 4.96. He's gonna be bumping into the Warlock. But little does he know, he has a sentry there. I'm pretty sure he knows they're gonna come in with the dive as well. SRX. You're in the wrong place, sir. Looks like he thought about baiting this guy. Nope, sir, you just got baited yourself. And Lego Lord will be running away from the scary train. Wormy Invoker. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was very close. Living Armor will come in to try and save the Invoker. Oh, the raise! Enough of dreams. Having a good start. And meanwhile, OTD, Beast Mode, getting 1 kill onto Happy Bunny in the offlane. Talk about the trades. Amos. No doppelganger as they go after the train. They've caught him. He is in the trees. Can he turn invis on time? I don't think he can. With the battery assault, looks like he goes down. Lego Lord getting himself a very nice kill. And meanwhile in the middle lane, Wormy. They do get 1 ward down again. In the rotation, coming in from the Shadow Shaman, but there's no real immediate threat right here yet. They do want to try. The cold snap comes out into the Sunstrike. The Hex comes out. They have the Shackle as well. Shadow Fiend should be dying here. But here comes the supports. Oh, the Cogs. Misses the raise. Enough of dreams. He's going to pop it. Do they have enough damage to do so? Nope. Wormy fell in 1. And will he find a second? I don't think so. Popping the quad. He's going to try and regen for this as much as he can. He actually looks like he might survive this. Oh my god. Under the tower. And here comes the turnaround. Wormy Invoker Sumiya will get the kill. Now the cold snap. And 2 heroes go down. 4 heroes dead on the dire side. What a massive turnaround for Team AIDS. Just when you thought you had it. This is the Wormy Invoker, all according to plan, boys. All according to plan.
All things fall.
What a start, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I did say that Singapore Dota is the kind where, no, we don't really care. Now he comes to cold snap with the forward sprint. Does he have enough damage? The Sunstrike comes out, but he's going to walk out of it. And he's going to try and go for the raises. Actually dies another time. Wormy Invoker. Kind of messing up. If the Sunstrike had connected, might have been a different story, but not today. So lots of fighting going on. And like I said, if there's one thing about us Singaporeans, we do not back down when it comes to a good fight. And there we go once again with the Icarus dive. Doesn't have the fire spirits. Now it will connect and they will burn the Warlock down. Jackaloo on the killing spree. Meanwhile, the TPN coming in the middle lane. They have the Chronosphere. Is he thinking about using it? He should be doing it right here. Yep, there goes the Chrono. Perfect positioning. And if the Sunstrike gets the maximum damage, Wormy will clean up with the kill. Aranimus once more killing off Jackaloo. Finds the killing spree going his way. 9-6 at 7 minutes in. 0.96. Way to the left, running away from this very angry clock. And that was our first Chronosphere of the game being used. It's a very long cooldown. Right, so net worth. Let's take a quick recap. And I will hold that thought. Aranimus getting gone at the top, but the Could think about going here into 4 and 9-6. Doppelgangers into the trees, but Mr. Tree Friend is already running in. Should be okay. SRX, do we have a sentry? Any detection? No, we do not. Even the clock. Yes, he has a sentry. Be thinking about it as he puts the sentry on. Oh, the cock! Oh my god, he's caught the Phoenix but pushes him out. Oh my god, nice battery assault. Almost catches him and the sentry will be dewarded. Legoland. I just realized I said the wrong word. Please don't clip that. Anyways, yeah, looked almost perfect. Almost. If there was perhaps one more stun on the dire side, that could have been a very different story. And beast mode, well, the 5 mango strat is paying off. Now it's just down to 4 mangoes, but of course you don't want them to expire. I think our next fight might be around the 10-minute mark when we see them fight for the 10-minute bounty runes. Now, clock is level 4. Usually you want to see that pulse 4 clock roaming around, causing chaos, but hey, we've seen plenty of chaos going on across the map, even without him moving. So he's going on to Aeronemus. Carry 4 and 9-6. Can't really find anyone else. SRX is there. Alright, Jackaloo might actually end up dying here, going all the way for the dive. He's been caught out. It's a trap, but here comes the Serpent. I mean, put down Serpent Wards. Living armor keeping him alive. Lego Lord finds that kill and looks like it will be a 2-for-1 trade as both the supports die. And this Warlock having the hardest game of his life. Here comes Happy Bunny. The Shackle is there. Where's the Sunstrike? Is there a Sunstrike? He does not have a Sunstrike. Aeronemus. Alright, sir. Looks like he's probably dead. Stick charges? Never mind. Waiting for the turn again. There's constant amounts of fighting. No one really seems to care what's happening here. One more hit. Wormy actually kills off the Shadow Fiend by himself. Sumiya's that you. Lego Lord, you don't want to get too close. Happy Bunny's there fighting around the Serpent Wards. They do not want to stop. Lego Lord goes down. Fighting with SRX at the top. And into a tree. And not the smartest decision. And Happy Bunny finds the double. He is a very happy bunny. Double kill, dominating streak for our Shadow Shaman. So 1200 gold in his pockets all of a sudden. This guy almost rich enough to collect his CPF. Alright, so
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, we have the Chronosphere off cooldown. Could be thinking of using it here onto the Bat Rider. Doesn't have enough damage. It's one more item, maybe. Oh, all these napalm stacks. He's laying it up. Flame Break actually misses the time dilation there, slowing him down. So you have the Chrono. As I said, he could be thinking about using it, but he's biding his time. Yep, alright, there goes the Chrono. We need a Sunstrike. Doesn't even need it, he said, because he was waiting for the Mask of Madness. Mino on the top lane, Overgrowth on 3. Here comes the Phoenix Egg. They're gonna try and cook them all, but the dire side, they're on the run. But the stun connects, and yes, they will stun the Phantom Lancer. Here comes the second Icarus dive. Cox trapping the tree and inside. They put the sentry down. Of course, Doppelgangers in. They want to hit this tree, and can they do it? Lego Lord's very, very low. They need one more hit. Jackaloo will burn him down. And now chasing after him. Happy Bunny is invis up. Do they know? He has to Serpent once in 3 seconds. Aeronemus, Doppelgangers away to the south, trying to run away from Carry 4896, but with the tree. Oh, can they kill him off here? Wormy killing off the Shadow Fiend one more time. Aeronemus killing off the support tree and one more time. And looks like the Serpent Wards will clean up another kill. And very happy Shadow Shaman. And the fighting just never stops. We're gonna see it go on for more. Happy Bunny Sunstrike. Oh, double kill for Wormy. Happy Bunny gets another. Lego Lord will claim the return. It's gonna be the 3-for-2. 30 kills, surpassing expectations of the 2 kills a minute mark. And Wormy, he has surpassed the Shadow Fiend now. What the hell is this game? I don't even know anymore because there's just too much fighting. I can't even keep up. Mr. SRX, you are waiting for that level 6. The Phoenix Egg was brilliant. Wormy, half of his Aghanim Scepter complete.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Mr. Sumiya got over here 5-2 and 2. He's killed the SF solo 3 times now. Without the supports being able to rotate, he's taken full advantage of it. Great start. We're on the top, they're diving one more time. They will kill the support SRX.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just pummel him down into the ground. They need that level 6 on the Warlock. They have a tomb. They actually do, but doesn't seem like they want to buy it. No one really has the cash for it at the moment. This Warlock is so poor. Up in 15 seconds, but if they have the disables, they probably won't even need the Chronosphere. Putting out that lane ward, 22 and 9. What a huge turn of events. The laning phase seemed very even, but after the 10-minute mark, I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
In the middle lane,
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
say. Good, he does get the tower, so more extra gold flying into his pockets. And like I said, that Chrono, alright, so Badunk. Badin.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Jackaloo killing off one more at the top. They have the Shackle. Looks like they're coming right in. They have the Hex. With the Ether Shock. They need the damage. Ooh, the Bash. One more hit and Happy Bunny. Holy shit, this is one of the richest supports I've seen in a while. 9, 2, and 6. He has the Serpent Wards. Might even be able to take this tier 2 tower. The map control is going the way of Team A is for Apple.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures.
Someone coming in. Do they have detection? I don't think they do. SRX. They put the sentry down. Hold on. Hold that thought. Oh no. Oh no. Timely sentry, and he will get right clicked down by the Faceless Void. And top lane, you're popping the egg, trapping everyone there. 4-9-6. Beautiful play. He will die. But Jackaloo, can they get the return kill? Aranimus needs to get away. The Shadow Fiend will rotating. Lego Lord with the battery assault. Not able to dive away. It looks like Jackaloo should be dying here. Jackaloo. They want that KFC, and Aranimus, oh, 35 HP. That was really close to getting the return kill as well. And meanwhile, the Sumia, or Mr. Wormy, it's about 330 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter. Happy Bunny, he's found SRX. No, doesn't he want to commit with the Sunstrike? Hello. Alright. Apparently he does man fights, doesn't actually care. And he's gonna get both the bounty runes to boot. Completed Aghanim Scepter, 11,000 net worth. Going the way of Team A is for Apple. Great stuff, great stuff. All of a sudden, it's just this huge snowball. Hence, back to that earlier debate on which is better, tri-lanes or duo lanes. Yes, you have one support who died twice, or was it one time during the laning phase, but it doesn't actually matter as long as your offlaner is getting, you know, all this farm, getting the levels. That's all you need. So now Mr. Wormy, nice, big and angry with that Aghanim Scepter, will proceed to fight the tier 1 tower. They're pinging it out as well from Mr. Pink, which is the Shadow Fiend. One Shadow Blade, but can he do anything with it? So afraid, he doesn't even want to go close. He's running way fast. Bottom lane, we still haven't seen a Blink Dagger yet on Mr. Badunk. He's 700 gold away. But will that be enough to salvage the situation? Sure, have to see. You know, Aranimus with the Diffusal Blade, maybe he can fight a bit. But it's not that farming item which you usually want to see. Alright, so back into the game. Let's see. 38 kills, 16 minutes. Won't find any more action-packed Dota right here. Unless I'm wrong, but here comes the hook shot. Oh no, Wormy Invoker may have just messed up. They put the sentry down, definitely blast. He's actually gonna survive this. The Overgrowth catching too. The Sunray heal, now popping the Requiem of Souls. He's gonna lay the damage up, but Aranimus will get right clicked away. Here comes the egg. They're gonna try and save this one down, but no, the root, the Sunstrike. It looks like the Shadow Fiend is just dead to the Wormy Invoker. They do get the stun into the Warlock, but no mana for the Rock. And what a massive disaster as the wards are just in range of the tier 2 tower to boot.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And they have an Urn, doesn't even need a Blink Dagger. He just goes for the Ether Lens and Urn. Great amounts of sustain for the team. And of course, Team A is for Apple will look to snowball their advantage. Protector has a Blink Dagger now, so that's, you know, some extra initiation. Right, so very easy Roshan, especially with the double damage for Shackle to help things out. But wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a game so far. What a game it has been. Tons of kills across. And we have the Chrono up as well. He's gonna steal this nice double ancient stack. 10k net worth. No real way to fight that. I think they're pinging out a PL. Just waiting on the trees casually. This observer ward scouting them out. Right. Outside, I like how there's this like, you know, there's this one sentry which is out of range of 2 observer wards in between. Somehow it has missed it both. So they do get some vision at least at the entrance of their jungle and in the lane, just in case. So perhaps you're just waiting for your next item to come up before we'll see a bit more action before they might think about closing out that game. It's only 18 minutes and a half in, but we've seen enough kills to pretty much feel like it has been at least half an hour. So we will see our first smoke of the game coming up from the Dire side. Oh, the flame break. They want to catch him. Can they do it? He's going to time walk away. Here comes the Treant. The Overgrowth. Sunstrike. Overgrowth catching him. Actually almost killing them off. They need the Chrono. He's going to use it. He catches 2. Gets 1. Boys start to right-click the PL. Here comes the reinitiation coming in from the Warlock. Will hold him in place, but not for long. Sunray comes in as well. They want to try and reinitiate this. The Tornado comes out, but now nice dodge with the Doppelganger. There goes the Hex. And Mr. 4896, he's run out of mana. The Shackle and the Meteor. And down goes PL. Here goes the nice big Sun Egg. And all comes out. And all hell breaks loose as the Dire Giants are going to be shreked apart as 2 of the remaining heroes will run back and try to salvage the situation and more or less try to hold the base. And they don't even need the Serpent once for that team fight earlier on. They will wait for their creep wave and try to secure the game, at least their first lane of objectives.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Right, so Wormy going away with the Forge Spirits, and of course with the Serpent Wards, fortification will be forced out. They cannot keep the creeps alive. Looking for the lasso. Will they try to go on? Will they go on the Shadow Shaman? Sunstrike. Hello, sir? Trying for the... You see, he's living in the year 3000, guys. That's why he went for the Sunstrike. What he saw was that the barrier was going to blink in with the Sunstrike damage. You know, they can go for a quick turn, but looks like they weren't really on the same page for that part. But alright. It doesn't matter. No objectives taken yet.
Do it with flair.
So what's the next item gonna be? Shadow Fiend he's going for a Yule Scepter, Warlock. Well, he's not getting any items. Let's face it, Life of Support. Force Staff coming up for the Clockwork, Battle Rider Force, PL trying to build that Manta style. Sumiya Evoker, our Singapore Sumiya, Force Staff for the clock. Aghanim's and Mr. Wormy, holy cow. Brace yourself for a bit more trouble. The shrine, they have the vision there, but there's an observer. It's scouting them out, and immediately he's on the run. He's running so fast right now. Just taking out the creeps, just in case. Wormy Invoker still holding. Doesn't really have too much mana. Has to be careful. Haste Rune on the Faceless Void to find that big initiation for them.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
At one crucial moment, they just need that one fight to go high ground. Serpent Wards coming off cooldown in 10 seconds if they can just find the PL.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Meanwhile, bottom lane SF is pushing. So at least trying to get a bit of a trade for the tier 2 tower. The cogs keeping the creeps just barely, but they don't have anything to keep the creeps alive. They'll use the fortification now. They want to commit to this tier 3 tower. Fatal Bond's used as well. Alright, so they get a free tower looking for the lasso, but you don't want to jump on the Invoker. Flame Break out the smoke. Tornado comes out. The Hulk comes in onto Legoland right now, holding him in place. Looks like Badunk went, but did. And Legoland Sunstrike. Oh, the Clockwork has just been burnt to a crisp. Nice and crispy. Enough of dreams.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top barracks.
Alright, so they do get one lane of barracks and the Faceless Void heading straight to the middle lane. Not much they can do about this. And just as I said that the ages just expired, perhaps they can think about... Maybe they can think about the comeback. That one top 10 enemy comeback. Alright, looks like we see one dead hero, Scepter to dispel. Enough of dreams. Requiem of Souls will not do anything. Right. 23 minutes and a half. Perhaps this is one of the teams who's saying, hey, we will give Resurgence a run for their money. Experienced players are not. And because they took to the top lane of Rex earlier on in the tier 3 tower, the shrines are open. Serpent wards off in 25 seconds. I like how the Shadow Shaman went for a casual Dagon. Just because he understands that, why not? Have a bit of fun. Alright. So, try to siege for the high ground here. We haven't really seen any lassos come out from the Bat Rider. He's only level 11. Losing the disparity in terms of levels is just astonishing. Oh, but they try, but a tornado immediately from the Invoker, looking in for the big spells. Is it there? Nope. The nice shackle immediately dead. Wormy gonna try and hold in place. He's actually been caught out. Looks like he's gonna be dying right in the corner, alone by himself. That's the Wormy Invoker dead. There comes the hook shot, catching, but no, immediately reacting with the Serpent Wards, looking for the corners. He's caught all three. It is a disaster right now for the Dire side. Actually, scratch that thought. It's all four. Won't even get the rock off, and he looks like he will be forced to buy back. Never mind, they call the GG. What?